Another type of volcanic feature that is smaller than the other three is called cinder cones. And cinder cones are formed of cinders, which are pyroclastic material that are like pebble sized, and they just kind of pile up in order to form these conic features that are volcanic. A famous example of a cinder cone is Wizard Island that occurs in Crater Lake in the middle of this caldera. And here we can see Crater Lake large for scale, and the cinder cone is not small, but it's not as big as a stratovolcano like Mount Hood or Mount St. Helens. This is another example of a cinder cone. This is associated with Krakatoa. So Krakatoa, once it had this huge eruption back in the 1880s, it actually also collapsed in on itself. We just can't see the caldera because it's underwater, but we kind of get a sense of what that caldera looked like up here as we kind of circle around here. And inside of that caldera, there is now a cinder cone that's arising from that that's called Anak Krakatoa, which means New Krakatoa. So the cinder cone is starting to build up within the caldera of Krakatoa, but it's a much smaller feature than the volcano was before that. And Central Oregon is kind of famous for its cinder cones. We have cinder cones dotting the land here. This is one called Lava Butte. And of course, this is not really, the highest part we're seeing here is not really made of lava. It's actually made of cinders. We can see this is occurring on a lava flow that was coming from the Paulina Lake area, but that was years before this cinder cone was deposited on top of the lava flow. But all of that material there is just cinder-sized pyroclastic debris that has accumulated right where the small vent is for Lava Butte.